Pawn beneath the neon lights. Prologue, Taipei, 2026, the afterglow of light. On January 22, 2026, winter sunlight spilled across the streets of Cine District. Taipei 101 stood as it always had, a monument to the city's ambition and splendor. Yan'an, once known as Meilon, sat quietly in the corner of a cafe, cradling a cup of hot latte while watching crowds flow past the window. Her phone vibrated. A news alert appeared. Philanthropy pioneer Yan'an awarded Taiwan Public Welfare Prize. Foundation surpasses 3,000 surgeries. She smiled softly, a smile edged with bitterness. Who would have imagined that 3 years ago she had been trapped in a deadlock, unable to advance or retreat? Today, she was a media darling, a public hero. Yet deep inside, the years when she had lived like a pawn still lingered, casting long shadows. Yan'an closed her eyes. Memories surged backward like a tide. Everything began on a neon-lit night in 2011 when she was still Meilon, a dazzling internet celebrity living inside a fragile dream. That is where this story truly begins. Chapter 1. Taipei's Shining Star. Taipei at night was intoxicating. Neon lights wove through Cine District like ribbons of color, reflecting off the glass facade of Taipei 101. In 2011, Mei Lan stood on the balcony of her seaside villa, holding a glass of wine worth tens of thousands of NT dollars, gazing at the city below. She was one of Taipei's most radiant influencers. With over 1 million Instagram followers, every post of her lavish lifestyle drew envy. Lamborghinis and Ferraris lined her garage. Hermes and Chanel filled her walk-in closet. Luxury seeped into every corner of her home. Dear followers, another perfect day. She laughed during a live stream, flashing her Maserati keychain. Who says showing wealth is a sin? This is my reward for hard work. She claimed to be an honorary advisor to the Taiwan Red Cross. It was pure fabrication, a label invented for traffic and attention. At first, everything went smoothly. Followers multiplied. Brand deals poured in. She believed flaunting wealth was harmless. She was wrong. Her thoughts drifted back to the 1990s. She grew up in an aging military dependence village, narrow alleys cluttered with time. Her parents were small vendors, leaving early and returning late. She played in the alley with her neighbor, a boy named Zhao Ming. Zhao Ming was frail. A congenital heart defect drained the color from his face and stole his breath. "Lon Lon," he once said, gasping, "I want to be a doctor when I grow up and cure myself." She did not yet understand illness. She only knew he could not run or chase butterflies with her. His parents sold their home to pay for surgery, yet the money was never enough. Zhao Ming collapsed outside the hospital one day, his heart stopping before help arrived. That night, Mei Lan cried beneath her blanket. Poverty, she learned, could crush dreams. She vowed never to be poor again. That vow became a seed buried deep within her, later hidden beneath glitter and luxury. Back in the present, Mei Lan's life surged forward. One evening, she received an invitation to a high-profile charity gala hosted by a powerful legislator surnamed Wang. At the Grand Hyatt Taipei, Wang personally greeted her. "Miss Mei Lan, your influence is extraordinary. We need someone like you to promote charity." She believed she had found her breakthrough. Soon she appeared frequently at elite events, posting photos with politicians. Her follower count soared. She did not realize she had stepped into a trap. Wang set her as a front. Charity funds were in fact channels for laundering illegal gambling profits. Meilon noticed nothing at first. Money flowed endlessly. Her life grew even more extravagant. Then came the fall. On a rainy night in 2015, police raided her villa. She was accused of operating an underground casino. The evidence was overwhelming. Headlines screamed, "Queen of flaunting wealth arrested in gambling scandal." In court, Wang disowned her entirely. She became the scapegoat. Sentenced to 5 years in prison, she wept behind iron bars. Only then did she understand. Flaunting wealth itself was not a crime. Being chosen by the powerful was. Chapter 2. Awakening Behind Bars. Prison stripped Mei Lan of everything. Designer bags were replaced with coarse uniforms. Marble floors became concrete. Rage consumed her at first. She cursed Wang daily. A fellow inmate, an older woman imprisoned for fraud, held her hand one evening. Showing wealth isn't evil, she said softly. Greed is. When you leave, dosamething good. The woman told her story of committing fraud to pay for her son's medical bills. Mei Lan wept, reminded again of Zhao Ming. She studied accounting in prison. She read books on philanthropy. A future slowly took shape. Released in 2019, she attempted a quiet rebirth. Reality was merciless. With no education or skills, she returned to the only world she knew: social media. She live-streamed again, claiming luxury and success. Inside, she felt hollow. Wang returned. This time, he offered her a legal product to promote. She believed him. The product contained illegal stimulants. In 2021, she was arrested again. Sentenced to 2.5 years, she collapsed in despair. In prison, she heard another story. A heartsick orphan from Penghu, abandoned due to medical costs. Zhao Ming's shadow returned. She vow. Chapter 3. The Birth of a Foundation. Released in 2023, she changed her name to Yan'an. She founded the Heartbeat Taiwan Foundation, dedicated to providing free heart surgeries for children. At first, she was ridiculed. Donations were scarce. Eggs were thrown at her during speeches. Then came Xiao Wei, a girl from Penghu with a heart defect. Nan personally accompanied her to surgery at National Taiwan University Hospital. When the surgery succeeded, the child whispered, "Thank you, Auntie." Media attention followed. Donations surged. Hundreds of children were saved. But Wang returned once more. He injected large sums into the foundation, using it to launder money and polish his image. Yan'an discovered suspicious accounts. When she questioned him, he threatened her. She stood at a crossroads. Chapter 4. Trapped Between Light and Shadow. Yan'an collected evidence in silence. She collaborated with a young investigative journalist, Shaoli, who had long tracked Wang. Their first expose caused donations to plummet. Surgeries nearly stopped. Then, parents of saved children testified publicly. Public opinion shifted. The truth began to surface. Chapter 5. A Faint Dawn. Wang was arrested.
Janan testified.
The pawn had stepped off the board. By 2026, her foundation had funded over 2,000 surgeries. She published a memoir titled A Pawn Beneath the Neon Lights. Back in the cafe, Yan'an opened her phone and replied to a new message. Another child needed help. "I will help you," she thought. The neon lights still glowed, but this time, they illuminated something real.